Hey all, Tim with this week's Magnetic Moment. Hope you're awesome. Title for today's moment is Never Ever Act on Your Fear. And this moment comes to us from the quote that Nelson Mandela gave us, which said, "May your choices take you to what you hope for and not what you fear." What is he saying? He's saying that every day we think thoughts, we feel emotions, and we take actions that are either going to lead us toward what we want or toward what we don't want, toward what we hope for or toward what we want to avoid. And that pretty much comes down to the faith and fear dynamic. Now, here's what we got to understand. Faith and fear are the exact same energy. One is going in a positive direction, the other is going in a negative direction, but both of them hinge on expectation. So what do I mean by that? Well, if you have faith, you are expecting something awesome to happen, something good to happen, an opportunity, a benefit, something really, really cool to come along. You're believing that something awesome is coming your way. When you're afraid, you are also expecting, but you're expecting instead of it being positive, there's going to be a negative outcome. Something horrendous is going to happen. Something's going to blow up. Something's not going to work out. So faith is the expectation of a positive outcome, and fear is the expectation of a negative outcome. And whichever one of those we honor, whichever one of those we act on is going to produce a subsequent result. When we're believing and hoping and expecting, we're going to start to move and act and think and talk and feel in a far different way than when we're scared and worried and frustrated or anxious. And that's why it's so important that in the times we become fearful and worried, that we don't ever honor that we take the time to get ourselves regrounded and recentered and relaxed and come back and pursue that action when we're in a believing, positive, relaxed state. So for every action that we take, we should ask ourselves, is this pushing me toward what I want? Or is this pushing me toward what I don't want? Am I moving toward the thing that I desire, or am I trying to avoid some kind of catastrophe? Because once we set our sights on what we desire, we're going to move toward what we desire. But if we set our sights on trying to avoid a catastrophe, believe it or not, we actually are drawn to that catastrophe, because where our focus goes, our energy flows, and so does the direction of our days, our weeks, and our life. So here's the question, really simple. Is the action that you're going to take, is it safe or is it brave? Is it filled with anxiety and worry, or is it filled with courage and confidence? And that's a simple test. So everything you do, every action that you take, judge it based on that criteria. Am I playing it brave and courageous and confident? Or is this because I want to play it safe, or because I'm worried, or because I'm fearful? And if it's the latter, cut it off. Get yourself recentered. Take time to reground yourself, refocus, come back around to that when you're peaceful, relaxed, positive, optimistic, and believing. And if you do that, it's going to produce the thoughts, the emotions, and the actions that align with where you want to go and not where you don't want to go. And just like Mandela said, those actions, those thoughts, those feelings are going to move you toward what you hope for, the thing you desire. But the fear-filled actions are going to take you toward what you're trying to avoid, which is what none of us want. So, are you playing it safe, or are you playing it brave? Are your actions taking you toward what you hope for, or are they taking you toward what you are afraid of? Always act from a faith perspective. Never, ever act on your fear. Hope you found that helpful. Have a great and awesome day. Tim, and I'll talk to you soon.